Welcome Sagittarius to your November 2021 reading. Thank you for tuning into my channel. If you are new to watching my channel, I offer free mini readings for all new subscribers. So if you've got a question about this particular reading or something that this reading doesn't cover for you, just click that subscribe button and ask your question in the comments section below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Now, I have to start out by saying happy birthday to all you Saggies who are born at the end of November. This is looking to be quite a good month for you. Now, this reading starts out with the Princess of Pentacles. Now, this would traditionally be a page of Pentacles in a normal deck, but I'm using the Druid Craft Tarot deck. So this is the Princess, but what this is saying is there's some newness here for you. You've got two princesses here, or two pages, and when we get multiple pages, this is saying we've got some important messages that will be coming through relating to, in this instance, because you've got the page of Pentacles or the Princess of Pentacles and the Princess of Wands, I feel like this is something to do with your work or your study or something you are quite passionate about as well. But this is a message that is coming through for you. Now, this, I feel like there could be a beginning of some sort of study for some of you, just because the Princess of Pentacles often does talk about new study, messages about that. But this can also be some messages coming through about your money, your funds, how they're going, a lot of new beginnings here anyway. Now, you might also have something to do with some legal contracts when the Page of Pentacles comes into a reading. This could also be, you might be getting accepted into a university or a college, some form of study here. This is just energy where you are really rip-roaring and ready to go. So you're starting out November quite excited here. And I feel like this is good news. Now, both the pages you have are good news coming through for you. So this is quite interesting. And this is really positive messages about your finances, about your career plans. And I'm absolutely just loving that for you. It's just you having this inquisitive nature. So this is why I feel like for some of you, you might be going back to school, you might be commencing school. This is this quite new area of study for you. And it could be just something that you're really interested in. You might be retired, you're not at that going to school level, but you're just interested in it and you want to go back and learn as much as you possibly can about it. So I feel like there's this inquisitive new energy starting out November for you. Now, you've got the Seven of Wands there. Now, this is an interesting card. I feel like for some of you, this is the card that is talking about standing your ground. Now, if you look at the imagery on this particular deck, you see someone there with a stick. Looks like he's standing in a bit of a battlement that he's built there. He's got a little bit of a wall, and below him there are 7 people with very sharp pointy swords wanting to come and have a big fight. But he's got the upper hand, even though he's only got a stick and they've got swords. If he stands his ground and beats them off, he is going to win. And so this is really a card that is saying, if you've got something that you truly believe in, and you perhaps have been in some conflict when it comes to your beliefs, this does ask you to stand your ground, because you are going to be successful here. Now, this could have something to do with a Virgo, because it's right above the Hermit card, but this could have something to do with your work. Someone at your workplace and things like that. But what the Seven of Wands also says, which is very interesting, is choose your battles wisely. If this is something that you truly believe in, you stand your ground because you will win. But is the battle worth the fight? You know, is it worth the energy and effort that is going to be put on you to go into this? So this is also a question that you are really needing to ask. Is it better just to let it go and redirect your focus onto something that is a little bit more important to you? So if it's not that important, let it go. If it is, stand your ground because you're going to win. But either way, you will grow stronger from this challenge that is before you. And as long as you make your choice from your heart rather than your intellect here, I feel like you're going to be successful. Now you've got the Six of Cups here. This is quite lovely energy as well. This is quite a multi-layered meaning in this card. So I feel like there could be someone from the past coming back in, and this could also be someone that you are having a little bit of conflict here as well. Could have something to do with a legal issue with this person, just because of that Page of Pentacles there. But the Six of Cups is looking fondly back at the past as well. And you've got the Princess of Wands right beside that Six of Cups. So this, you know, this actually is you, Saggies. You are showing up in your own reading here. So I feel like this is significant. But this is a card that is talking about children in your life. You might be thinking about your kids and concerned about your kids and how you want to, and certain decisions about your kids. And this could also be this battle that you might be feeling like you need to, this issue that you might need to stand your ground on when it has something to do with your kids. You could be feeling very strongly about that. But this, the Six of Cups does talk about beautiful memories of the past as well. And often in this card, now this is a general reading, guys, so take what resonates. So I'm just going to say, let you know all of the multi-layered meanings, and you can apply them to your situation. But this can talk about someone from your past that perhaps was once a friend but is now coming back to be in your life again, and it might turn into something a little bit deeper here as well. But I feel like this also can be saying for some of you, you are able to close the book finally on a situation that you had in the past. It's right below that world. It's the World card is right below that Six of Cups, which is telling me that it's an end of an era. So for some of you, there could be, you might be shutting the book on a certain time in your life, and you are ready to now move forward, and move forward in a wonderful way, you know, because it's the World. You're kind of at the end and at the beginning. I don't feel like there's any sadness here. It's not like the Eight of Cups where we choose to walk away from a certain situation, even though it's really hard. This is, you are happily and successfully closing the book on a particular part of your past. But this can also talk about just wonderful times where that were in your life in the past, and it's asking you to really review them and look at them honestly. And not only the wonderful times, but the bad times too. This is really, and it's interesting, you've got the Hermit card, which is that soul searching, which is that card of going within. So I feel like for a lot of you, you are going to be looking back at your past, at the times that were bad, the times were good, but you are asked to look at that, as I said, quite honestly. Were the bad times as bad as you thought? Were the good times as great as you thought? But, you know, this is a lot of thinking about the past here in this card. But also this is, could be an issue regarding your kids. So, like I said, I do feel for some of you, this issue where you are wanting to stand your ground does have something to do with your kids here. But for some, you could actually be pregnant. And it's interesting, again, as I mentioned, it's right above this card, the Six of Cups is right above the World card. So when you're pregnant, you are going to close the door on one era of your life, and there is a fresh new part of your life that's beginning. So this could also talk about pregnancy for some of you. And this can even talk about you working with kids too. You might be making some decisions about going to do some work or some study when it comes to children. But it really is, it's a lovely card. It's an emotional card. I mean, it's cups. So there is a lot of loving, happy energy there when it comes to your kids and your family in particular. Now, that Princess of Wands, as I said, this is a great card. Again, good news, just like that Princess of Pentacles. There's new opportunities here, and you're really going to be getting some information about something great, something wonderful coming into your life. And it's interesting, Scorpio had not only the Princesses of Wands, but the Four of Pentacles as well. So you could be getting some great news regarding your money, your wealth, or something to do with that. But this is a Wands card, so it's a card of fire. It's a card of being highly creative, thinking outside of the box as well when it comes to your creativity, something you're passionate about. That is going to be very beneficial for you as well. And another message of this card is follow your passion. Let your passions guide you, and that is going to make you it's going to bring you a lot of happiness and a lot of joy. And really, this can also talk about, because it is Wands, it is about your passion, your career. It can talk about your career. It can talk about career changes. So as I said, some of you might even be wanting to work with children specifically. You might be getting promoted, or it's just good news about your job. You might be getting a raise. You might be, there's just some good development in your professional life here with this card. So I'm really liking that for you. Now, you've got the King of Cups. What a lovely, beautiful person the King of Cups is. Now, this would traditionally be the card of Cancer, but this is a general reading. So any water sign, this is a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. But this is really someone beautiful. If this is describing someone in your life, you might potentially be starting out some new legal contracts with this particular person. Just because it's below that Princess of Pentacles, you might be signing some new contracts. You might be getting married, even signing a marriage contract, buying a house and signing some paperwork there. But this is really someone that is just very caring, very intuitive, very loving. They're humanitarian, and it's almost like they've got this. They want to save the world. They want to save humanity. It's kind of that kind of wonderful energy. And yeah, as I said, very deeply spiritual as well. Very willing to do a lot of hard work, and they're quite charitable, and they love to help other people. Now, when this card turns up in a reading, it not only talks about someone like that coming into our life or in our life, but it's also asking you to take on a lot of the qualities of this particular card. So it's asking you to really open up your heart and show compassion for those people around you, And it's also asking you to open your mind to new ideas and creative ways of thinking. And this is kind of fitting in with the message of that Princess of Wands, which is asking you to think outside of the box because it's going to be very beneficial for you. So just open your mind, open your heart, and you might also even be asked to provide some of your time or your money to a charitable organization here, because the King of Cups is very caring. You might be kind of asked to tap into that side of your nature. But, you know, if this is someone in your life, this is someone with a golden heart, and this is someone that you can truly, fully trust, and they operate with the highest degree of integrity here. This is someone beautiful and someone you can count on, which is lovely energy. Now, the Hermit card is right beside that, and as I mentioned, the Hermit card does represent a Virgo. I feel like for some of you this could be someone to do with your work, but this is also someone that kind of is also very caring as well. That they're very organized. This is very organized kind of energy. Virgos are very much great organizers, great workers. They take on sort of other people's kind of projects, you know, they want to help you. They're very studious as well. They want to know the whys and the hows. So this is why I feel like you potentially could be taking on some of this energy as well. This could be those of you that want to go back and study. But this is a card of hard work as well. But what the Hermit really does talk about is very much mentoring other people, you yourself being mentored, and often this can be to do with spiritual teachings or psychology, the psyche, that kind of side of things. And often this is asking you to call upon people that can help you move forward in this area as well if you've been feeling a little bit stuck. But it is also that card of soul searching, of exploring your inner self and really getting some insights that you can share with other people. Now, Sagittarians are such great teachers. And I feel like maybe for some of you, if you are going back to school, you are going back as the teacher to teach others and share your wisdom there. Now, but the Hermit asks you to listen to that little voice that comes from the depths of your soul as well. And if you aren't in touch with that, maybe this is the time to really do some soul searching and get in touch with that inner voice. But, this can also just talk about getting some really good advice from someone wise. And this could be that King of Cups in your life. They could be guiding you and helping you there. But really, it is that message of taking that quiet time to reevaluate your plans. Now, the World, this is just such a beautiful card, and it's quite a powerful card as well. It's kind of like talking about the end of a journey, the end of an era. And as I mentioned, this can have something to do with your kids, with the past. This is moving on to the next level in your personal life or your career. And, often just on a practical level, this can again be a promotion or a new position. And because there is newness there. This is a theme, I feel, definitely in your reading. There is some new energy coming in. And you're at this position where, you've successfully completed one stage, you are beginning something new, and it's going to be great for you because it's exciting, it's fresh, it's promising. There's a lot of promise there. It's, and starting anything new is quite exciting. Now, for some, this can also be talking about moving to a new home, moving to a new city, could be job related as well. But this is a card of enlightenment, and it's right next to that Hermit card, which is quite interesting. So I feel like you will be doing some soul searching and getting some answers that you have been seeking here, and have complete clarity over a particular issue as well. And it's the World card is talking about you really understanding where it is you want to go next, being quite clear on that, and you're off. You're closing that door and you are moving through that portal to this wonderful new life, or new section, new part of your life. Now, your final tarot card there is that Four of Pentacles. Now, this is a card of duality, which means it has a couple of meanings here for you. But this here is, if you look at the imagery of that card, there is someone putting a key into a massive casket that holds their treasures. And this person is either locking that casket up or opening it up. And I feel for you, you will be, there's a bit of both here. I feel like you have been saving, you have been putting things away for a rainy day, but you're about to open things up and spend some money, perhaps, that you have been putting away and hanging on to. And I feel like there is this release here, there is this newness here when it comes to your money as well. There's no kind of black and white here, but I really feel like you are spending a little bit. I mean, we are coming up to Christmas, so I don't know if you follow Christmas, but often we give gifts. So you could be opening it up to spend some money here on gifts as well for other people. But your final card of all from the Gateway Oracle deck, how more poignant can this be? Starting fresh. So there is some real messages here. This is kind of confirming sort of what the tarot cards have been saying. And the affirmation for this card is, a wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. And the meaning of this card is, a new cycle is blossoming in your life. All that is not needed from the past is dropping away as you release the old and embrace the new. The universe wants you to know, all life travels in cycles. On our beautiful planet, plants die in the winter so that new life can emerge in the spring. It's the spiral dance of death and rebirth. This represents a time in your life to start fresh. Do not linger with old situations, relationships, or places that no longer serve your highest good. Let go and sail into unfamiliar waters. Stretch into a new direction, even if you feel uncertain. Wonderful opportunities await you. This is just mirroring the message in that World card there, Saggy. I feel like this is you closing that door on a particular part of your life, and you are starting fresh. You are at the dawn of a new era in your life, and it's wonderful. So I hope that resonated with you, Saggies. Have a great November. Take me off on my offer of that free mini reading if you are a new subby, and I hope to see you next month. Bye.